everyone. So today is February 20th, and I think this is the first video I've done since we got back from vacation. Sarah made some TikToks and stuff, but vacation went well. It was very nice, extremely good food, very good beverages. Yeah, it was nice. Nice little getaway. Got some sun to relax. But now back to reality. So today I'm gonna do some brush hogging. So I've been going around our fields with a chainsaw and pole saw, kind of cleaning up all the branches that stick out on the field edges. Seems like every year you get into field work, it seems like once it gets nice out, we start getting the fields. It's such a mad rush to get done or get it in. And as you're planting, then all of a sudden you see tree branches, like, oh, I should go take them off, and they seems to never get done unless they're real bad. But it's been such a nice winter now. I've been going around and just kind of cleaning everything up, so we don't have any broken mirrors and blinkers. And biggest thing is the corn planter. That marker arm sticks out so far. That likes to catch on a lot of stuff. So that's what I'm going to brush hog today. Is there's spots where the willows are right up to the field edge, and then there's so many sticks and stuff, and they're not real thick and they're kind of just rubbery. Their chainsaw doesn't work the greatest. So that's why I'm gonna hook up the brush hog and go knock them back a little bit. And I got some corn that we left standing for the deer. We're gonna knock that down because they got it cleaned up pretty good. We brought the little handheld chainsaw with in case we run into anything big that we gotta knock down. So we'll show you how this all works. I was just gonna sit here. That seems safe, huh? Yeah, we'll think of something. We got a beanbag for sale if anyone wants it. Slightly used, little weathered, good price. So that's what it looks like underneath the brush hog. Just got the one big drum that spins, and there's 3 blades on there that can pivot also, so if you hit something hard, they ain't solid, they'll just spin around and go around stuff. We have broken a few bolts that hold the blades on a couple of times, and we got them kind of rigged up, but hopefully they hold up today. So these chains hanging here, they're supposed to get attached to the bottom of your Bobcat so you don't pick it up high like this with it running. It's kind of a safety hazard, but they're kind of a pain in the butt to hang up, so, or I mean to hook up. So we just don't hook them up, we just make sure we don't lift it up when we're running it. Alright, so I'm kind of working my way out to our land out here, and kind of on the way to the fields that got the willows growing around them. We got a couple spots here. We left some corn up for the deer, and this was it's kind of a lower spot in this field. It had some, last year was such a drought, the corn wasn't great, but this low spot here had some really nice corn, and they got everything this all picked through pretty good. I mean, you can't find a cob that's got corn left on it. Seems like every year we always leave this spot. So we got a bow stand right over here, and this corn is always so tall. It kind of, you come through here, try to work it up, it just kind of plugs everything up, the chisel plow, then the disc, and you get big clumps of corn stalks in the field, and you try going through there with the planter, and it just never seems to work the greatest. So I'm gonna come through with this brush hog now and just mow this all down. Maybe should make things go a little bit better next year. Maybe find a deer shed in here, that'd be kind of nice. Hopefully I find it with my eyes and not bobcat tire.
Brothers and Bobby, those guys were the ones that figured it out. You and Joe came later and figured out how to use that knowledge to either manipulate the property to enhance that opportunity, or like
there's a few insurance strips out here that we left last year, and a lot of them will come back in combine after the crop adjuster comes out. But here there was hardly any corn in it at all. I think it was like 20 bushel or something an acre, but there was hardly anything, so we just left it for the deer and stuff. Now I'm just gonna knock this down, because this field here and the one right across, we're gonna no-till it. Just knock this down so I can come in here and plant it this spring. You know, got those stalks sticking up and possibly pulling out a wire or something, and just clean it up a bit. Look at that. So this is actually a match to the buck that Tucker found in the last video, because that shed was about 200-300 yards that way past that deer stand. I don't know if you can see it or not, but it's got the same size base, a really nice thick base, thick main beam all the way through. That G3 kind of kicks forward like that, and actually that buck's got, that shed too has a G2 busted off. Same deer. Love it. So we got the brush hogging done. I came out here with the saw and pole saw. We're gonna trim up a few more branches along the field edges that I kind of noticed are getting in the way. There's a couple other fields to do, but I'm just gonna get a couple hammered out here before chores. This tree right here, you can see the corn goes right underneath it basically. It gets shaded all the time, and so we're just gonna knock a few branches off it. Gotta keep the branches on that side because the deer always make a scrape there, but on the field side we're gonna take that off. So Dad got one of these Milwaukee mini chainsaws. It is pretty slick. Just hold the button, cuts really fast, very handy. And the other saw we're using, I'm gonna grab that one right now. This here's another Milwaukee tool. It's a pole saw. So this is actually a weed whipper that we had, but they make this different extension that's got a pole saw on it, and also very slick. Love power tools. That should be enough. I don't like the big branches that stuck out. The little ones that are kind of hanging out yet, they're not going to be in the way. That's a nice tree. I don't want to take too much off it. Always like to look at, so there's a few branches kind of hanging out. But this poplar tree here, it's really leaning into the field. You know, it's going to keep getting worse and worse as it gets leaves and stuff on it. So we're just going to take that whole tree out. And that tree behind it, that pine tree's dead, will knock off some of them branches. And you know, you don't gain a whole lot from doing it, but you know, that gets full of leaves. It's going to shade this area quite a bit more. That corn's not going to get as much sunlight. It just helps out. Probably only gain a few bushels by doing it, but ain't a whole heck of a lot else to do right now, so that's what we're doing. When I was cutting these tree branches off here, this was hanging in the tree. It's an old, I think they call it a snare. Look at that, there's actually a old foot in there yet. Looks like from a raccoon maybe. So what they do, all these work, you put something down in the bottom, like something sweet, jelly or something. I'm not a trapper, so I don't know, but I know there's been people out here trapping stuff. We got a lot of coyotes, coons, all sorts of critters. But you put something down in there, there's a trigger down there, so some unlucky varmint comes along, smells it, sticks their hand in there, or their foot, I guess, whatever you want to call it. It's a snare. It pinches that foot in there. This is stuck in the ground, they can't get away, then the trapper comes along and disposes of them. You know, they'll take their hide or whatever, and seems kind of cruel, but every coon you get rid of saves a bunch of pheasants, ducks. You get your coyote, you save fawns, so no, pretty cool. We'll bring that home. I don't know. Actually, the last guy that was trapping out here, I think he still does it, so we'll give him a shout, see if he wants it. There was one casualty I found out here when I was brush hogging this cornfield. It's like a fawn, didn't make it. Got pretty small hooves on it, pretty small rib cage. Part of life. You okay? Name that famous YouTuber. If you watched any farming videos ever, you've seen him, and he's awesome.